Hey guys, this is Kyou. This will be a quick Discord Nadekobot guide on the permission system. So in a nutshell, the permission system determines who can use what commands and where. So this will be very basic. If you want to go more in depth, feel free to experiment for yourself or to ask in our support server. But um, for example, the most common questions that get asked is how to disable a certain command. And to start off, you need to have um, hold on one sec. Okay, so these are the default permissions. ASM enable and NSFW disable. And you can see your permissions by typing .lp. So if you want to disable something, um, you need to use the command .sc. If you follow this guideline over here, you can disable commands. So if I wanted to disable .woof, I could do .sc .woof disable. And as you can see now, when I try doing .woof, it's blocked and it says that permission number 3 is preventing this command. If you look at the permissions list, permissions number 3 is the woof disabler. So this is a very basic way of disabling commands. Um, so yeah, .sc stands for server command. And if you wanted to disable .wolf for everyone except for a user, um, you can use the command .uc, which you can see sets commands permission at the user level. So if I wanted to, I could do .uc .wolf enable, and I'll enable that for myself. So if you look at the permissions list, you can see that it's disabled across the server, but on top of that, it's enabled for me, Kyou. And an important thing to know is that permissions higher up on the list override permissions underneath the list. So if I do .woof now, it should work because the permission that is enabling it for me overrides the permission that's blocking it for the server. As you can see, the doggo shows up. And basically everything is based on this hierarchy structure. The higher permissions override any lower permissions. So if I were to move permission 4 underneath this server disabling permission using the, I believe is .mp. Yes, so using .mp, I'll move permission 4, or yeah, I'll move the third permission over the fourth permission. So as you can see now, the server blocking permission is overriding the user permission that's enabling it for me, so I shouldn't be able to use it now. Yes, as you can see, the server disable is overriding the user enable. And there are a lot of things that you can specify with permissions, such as what channels you can do commands in, what commands you can do. You can disable entire modules using the module instead of normal commands. You can set it based on user, you can set it based on role, and everything will be based on this hierarchy structure. So yeah, that's a very brief explanation of the permission system, specifically how to disable a certain command. And you definitely need to be looking at the commands list when working with permissions because there are a lot of different permission commands. So I would suggest before starting modifying your server's permissions, just take a read of all of the permissions in the Nadeko commands list permission section. So you know what you're doing, and you know what Nadeko can and can't do. So yeah, and if you want to disable this block message, the command is .v. I can set to .v false. If I do .wolf, nothing will happen and no message will appear. Dot v true, and you can see that the permission block message is appearing now. And if your permissions aren't working and it's saying you need the Nadeko rule to edit permissions, then make a new role called Nadeko. So in your server settings, in your roles, you should have a default Nadeko role with this orange box next to it, but you need to make a new Nadeko role and just call it Nadeko and give it to yourself. So then you'll have the Nadeko role and you can edit permissions. And if you want to edit which role the permission role is, the command is .pr. So I can do .pr admin, which is the admin role of this server. So now you have to have the admin role to edit permissions. And anyone without the admin role can't do these permissions. So in general, your permission role should be one of your highest roles in the server. But yeah, hope it will help out some people who might be confused on the permission system. Relevant links will be in the description, and feel free to ask questions in the Nadeko support server. Thank you, and bye.